morning, good afternoon, good evening. Everybody say good morning to Mitch. Hey,
Good
brother.
morning, everyone. Man,
Man,
I miss
Nikki was
Richard.
in. Yeah, me too. Nikki was in here with the virtual hugs as always. I'll accept those anytime. Daniel, how are you doing? Tommy J, Joe, and just let everybody know today is day 3, Joe, of my 2,000 step little walk up and down my street. So I'll keep everybody advised on that.
Awesome,
And I was
Dave.
up late. Yeah, thanks. I was up late last night. And I actually did some. I'll put a vlog out, I guess. They did a free elephant show last night. I know it's kind of some people don't like. I'm almost positive I'm going to twist it the other way that there were no humans hurt during the filming of my video. But they went out there. They did a whole thing. My wife was telling me the story or trying to. But I like it was really weird because I didn't really know some of this stuff. I guess Myanmar elephants are a big thing, which I knew in um, in Thai culture, but I didn't realize that they're part of the people here in Surin feel that the elephant is part of their family. Okay, that's how much they do this, and I guess at one point, years and years and years ago, the Myanmar king or whatever was on an elephant, and the Thailand king was on another elephant. And what they wanted to do, they were I guess they were the war was over, taking their good elephants. If you had the good elephants, you had the good karma, the good land, the good everything. And
Hmm.
I guess the Thailand king said, I don't want my people, and I don't want none of them to die. It's me and you, Jack. And whoever walks away gets whatever. And like obviously Thailand won. And I don't know what years these are. I didn't get it. It was only last night, and I was up way past my bedtime. I don't think we sat down to eat until 9:30 ish. We went to barbecue. Anyway, so it was interesting. I like I said, it's a controversial thing, and but from what I've seen when I was up at the elephant place and stuff, they are there some of them probably mistreated? Well, sure, but so are a bunch of humans walking around too. So, but from what I've seen, most of them are reward type training. You make the basketball, we give you sugar cane. You don't make the basketball, you don't get sugar cane. So, but from what I've seen, it's not. I don't feel like they're. I mean, they're a sacred animal. I mean, these people put them up on pedestals. So anyway, that's a rant on that. I said, but Joe, yeah. So I'll keep everybody advised on my steps. If I miss somebody, Andy, how you doing? Glad you could make it by. ET, haven't seen you in a while. I see you on all the other channels. I don't think I've seen you in here in a while, but I'm glad that you could stop by. I appreciate it. And is that Andy and Daniel? Hey, Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad from the Wombat. Imagine that. I don't think he ever goes there. What do you go there like once every 2-3 months or something, Tom?
Yeah, I never,
You
I
very...
never see him there.
Hey, Douglas, how you doing, young man? Glad you could come by. Yeah, it's coffee time. I got mine, my little cup.
Hey.
We're saying hi to Andy, and I think that's no. There's Jake, of course, and getting everything running. And hey,
Coffee
Marco,
time.
how are you doing? Glad that you could make it. In other words, if you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe, please. Uh, and all the channels anybody can do every day. Part of life. How are you? Glad you could make it. Um, let's see. Oh, there was a lot more people here than I thought. And every day saying hi to everybody else. That's awesome. And there's Meow of Jim and Meow. How are you? Jam. I just call you both Jam. Maybe no names anymore. You're one entity. Jam means you and Jim. So, hey Chris, how you doing? Oh, let's see. And I saw there was a like controversial live streams I saw on yesterday. Um, Dana and Mike's from Live My Ass Off were having separate live streams at the same time. They ever get that? I ended up from the dinner place. I ended up catching. I didn't even know that Dana was on. Maybe not on at that same time, but I did catch the very. I don't know, last 20 minutes of Mike's deal. Yeah, Meow likes your haircut. It's kind of
Thank you.
military
Thank you.
man. Got the military look about him. Maybe you should
It's
start dressing up.
it's called lazy. It's
Hey
called,
Jack, how you doing? Good
I
morning to
just
you.
like to dry off and be out the door.
Hey Gary. Hey David. Oh, there's a lot more people than I thought. I guess people are sneaking in here towards the end. Towards the end, towards
Thank
the
you,
start.
Jake. Very good. Very good. See,
What did he do? What did he say?
he's talking about the battle, the elephant.
Yeah, yeah, and it was interesting because they had, well, you'll see. I got actually quite a. I couldn't. I brought the GoPro, and what a waste of freaking time. So I ended up filming it with my iPhone, and when the battery ran out of that, because I wasn't anticipating filming with it, so it only had 40% on it when I got there, and then finished up with with my wife's, and I trying to download them to my computer, and I haven't had much luck. So I'm going to do that after this and put it out there. But they had a. It's interesting. It's so much more interesting when you have somebody that can tell you what's going on. And she said it's in the same place that they do the big festival in November. Uh, but she says it's way, way bigger. And there was probably, I don't know, I'm guessing 20, 30,000, 20,000 people. I don't know. There was a lot of people there. And
Yeah.
everybody seemed to like it. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Was that, let's see, why do you guys, why do you guys only do meetups at the same bar? Are you guys part owner? It could be. It could be. Tom might be a silent partner in Wombat. That's very possible. Very possible. Questions? No, I didn't. I didn't go on Friday. I'm gonna go. You know, I think I need. Well, I'm gonna go anyway, but I think that they're gonna tell me the same thing. The lighter that I am, the easier this surgery will be. So if I could lose 10 kilo, even, um, but I still got to go and get the date. They're going to want to cut my knee off. They're going to put me in, they're going to schedule me for an MRI, and then they're going to go, oh my God, you need to have this
Thanks,
done
Jake.
tonight. So,
Uh-huh.
um, let's see, Douglas, Dave, there's a way too much happiness and fun in this family. I really look forward to the time together. Darn, I must be getting old. Yeah, I know I'm getting old, Douglas. I don't know. We were just rapping a little bit before because Mitch had jumped on, and life's too short, man. On anything, I look at stuff, and even I mean, Olivia Newton-John was getting older than me, but still not that far off. and and like I said, a lot of my friends, they were gone at 56, 58, 61, 49.
Mm-hmm.
You never know, man. You never know. All you got to do is step off the wrong curb over there in Bangkok or any busy city, and you're done. I know I couldn't take a brutal accident. I'd be done real quick. I think I'm
Yeah,
fragile.
that's true. I don't tuck and roll like I used to.
I don't even think I can tuck.
PLF, precision landing form or landing fall.
Hey John, how you doing? Glad you could make it.
Hey,
Um,
John.
but yeah, so it is. I don't know, man. I'm still a firm believer, man. If I could have retired 16 seconds earlier than I did, I would have took the 16 seconds. That's how And then here, and I kind of got on Mike's last night because I think their whole talking point, which we never have here, which I should, but I don't, was moving to Thailand. And so I had to throw in it's a miserable place. It's horrible. God, why would anybody even want to come here? There's just a horrible, horrible, horrible place because I'm a selfish bastard. And I want to go to beaches with 3 people on it instead of 30,000. Hey, Jay East, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good
Hey,
afternoon to you.
Jay. How you doing?
But and I know that a lot of people are coming here shortly. And like I said, I'm still a big advocate. Some people say I mean, I have nothing to gain by saying good things about Thailand and saying it's a good place. The only thing that it does is makes it worse for me. So if anything, it's the opposite. But I think it's you got to come check it out. At the least, I would come here for 3 months and find out whether you what you think about it. Because, like I said, when I came in 2019 or 2018, sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I never been here, and I took
Yeah.
10 days. 10 days, and I was done.
Linkorama. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, put them on.
Linkorama.
Hey, Yads, how you doing? Saying hello to me and Mitch, and they are the links are going crazy. Good job.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Linkorama.
Yeah, I don't know what. There was a couple people that were on the people on that Bobby and Yads and everybody in that community are awesome, and some of them only have like 200 or 300. Some of them have more subs than me, twice as many. But the other one, and everybody is supportive. It's awesome. I'm glad that I was able to get involved through Bobby Time to Get Going's deal, so that at least I got to meet people like Yads and everybody else at Marco that was in here, and just good, fun people.
Oh, yeah. We're in our own private Idaho, Jake and I. We're just
Yeah, I
having
guess.
fun. So when you were saying I'm a believer, that was just thinking, where's Jake? Because he had just slipped off screen for a minute or off the chat, and I was thinking, man, we need some of those tunes.
Yeah, good music, and I every time I see that on Facebook, that we grew up with the best times, the best cars, the best music, we did, or I did. You guys are a little bit younger, but the early '70s, mid '70s were, and I was part of the late '60s. '69. I think I was 12 or 14 or something, whatever I was. But I mean, I couldn't have think of any better time to grow up. I mean, it was awesome. It was fun. I don't know if it's so much fun now for kids, but of course, all they do now is just go on their computers and stuff. So. Bobby and Jai should be. Yeah, I think so. I think they were talking about the end of the year, meow. And I'm hoping it's
Yeah.
got to be tough, for her. Here's a lady that came from Thailand, busted her rear to become an RN, put all in, and is working in a nice hospital, a good job, paying well. And even if you know that if people tell you and deep down that there's going to be no problem, you're going to have plenty of money, there isn't going to be a problem, there isn't going to be a problem, you're probably still in your mind going, there could be a problem, and to leave a job after a long time and doing it the way she did, I totally understand. I know she's going to be happy as hell when they get here, but it's hard to walk away from something like that. Me, I was ready to walk away from anything. It didn't matter to me. I think most people get to that. Hey, Maui, Howie. Hey, Howie, how you doing? Mm. Oh, no, my wife. It's Green Market Day. That's when all the good food comes. Sorry about that. I was thirsty as heck.
No worries. Staying alive. Yeah, that's right.
But
70s
I don't
were
know.
okay for me, but my old man was a real drinker, abusive,
Yeah, so is mine.
SOB,
Then
so
yeah.
so when I was 17 and left home, the 80s were better for me. 90s even more so.
My mom had to go to a psychiatrist for at least 3 years before she got the cojones to kick him to the curb. And I think I was about, I want to say it was 12, and we actually opened a bottle of champagne. I remember when he finally walked out the door for the last time. And although we stay in touch, my brother, that's his father and all that. And the only reason that I talked to the guy and anything was because of the way he treated my brother. Never laid a hand on him, stopped drinking. He's one of those guys that was a super guy when he was sober. Just nice, pleasant guy, but just a mean freaking drunk. And, but my brother, I mean, he never laid a hand on him. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt on that. Say, hey, maybe you got it out on me. And that's a good thing because I really wouldn't want anybody to have to experience that in your life. But I think I was 12. So it was good. It had to be early 70s, maybe 69, 70, something like that. And then my poor mom, she never found a good person. She had a couple of guys through the 30 some odd years, but nothing. She deserved a lot better. Of course, my mom's a pain in the ass, Italian lady. Definitely told you what was up, no matter what. Couldn't keep her mouth shut for nothing. And she shouldn't. Hey, Tim. Did I see Tim here? Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Okay, cool. But I don't know. I mean, like Chuck, I watched his video this morning and his mom. I mean, I think that's awesome. But see, his a little bit different story because Chuck is, he could almost be a kid of mine. I mean, he's only 50, or whatever, just right close to 50. And his mom's 70. My mom's going to be 90. So, it's a little bit tougher, but she has gotten better. She's having this thing where she goes up and down on her. I don't know how to explain it. She acts really meek. Oh my God, I don't want to hear anything about the pandemic and this and that. And my mom's not that way. She's just, so this isn't even my mom. And now she's back to normal again. She's done this twice over the past couple of years. So hopefully she goes on. Last time it lasted maybe a month or two. So hopefully this time, I think it's a chemical thing. So they say. I don't know that much about it. Did I miss a bunch of people or anybody coming in? I said, John, no. Oh, Carl's Travel, how you doing? Glad you could make it by. But I still think, now's the time. I would be in Thailand. Now is there any restrictions or can you just jump on a plane and show them that you've been vaccinated and fly to Thailand? I think that's all there is. And now they're talking about going for, what is it? What is on arrival? 30 days on arrival? Do you know?
Yes.
Anybody
Hey,
know?
Bruce.
I think they're talking about going to 45 or 60 or some. They're talking about going more days on arrival now. I think 60 instead of 30 or something like that, or maybe 45. I don't know because I guess they interviewed a bunch of people and the people said that they want to stay in Thailand for longer than a month. So who wouldn't?
Yeah, soda water and lemon is great, John. That's primarily what I drink there. Now meetups, that changes a bit. I do drink a little alcohol when I'm on the meetups.
Then he shoots heroin too, but he doesn't tell anybody that.
Shoots heroin.
Mitch, I heard nothing but good things about Mitch in the last meetup.
They're lies. They're all lying to you. They're
but he said everybody that I talked to said Mitch was pretty much in charge, and the thing went off without a hitch.
No.
Yeah, no, they said you did a good job.
Big time group effort.
I think they said it leaned a lot on Mitch. Hey Raymond, how you doing?
Oh, thank you.
And that's
Dave.
What is that? The first Saturday of every month, right?
Correct.
It is?
Yeah.
First Saturday.
Yeah, easy to remember. First Saturday of every month.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Hey, there's Ron John. We're just talking about you. Who are we talking to that said that? Was it Jake that said that he's itching to get to meet up with Ron and have a cocktail of some sort? How you doing, Ron? I think it was Jake. Yeah, I think it was Jake. And I didn't see there's Bruce, Sassy Man Bruce. How you doing? I like it going for a ride today. Yeah, that's what I need to do. I might do that too. I might I got to talk to Chuck and see I might, even if I go over just the leave in the morning, I'd be there in 4 hours, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. maybe if he's got time, meet up with him for lunch, spend the night in the hotel, and take off at 6 a.m. the next day and just come for the one day and take a ride over there on the Forza. It's only 4.5 hours. So they said it was 5.5 or 6 hours to Udon, and I made it in under 5. So in the electric hot rod, I'll probably be a little bit slower on the Forza, so I'm not going to push myself.
God.
I put that one up. That must be the one you're laughing at. I'm
just thinking one of my 10 bars.
Well, somebody said 9.
Yeah, that was
you
me.
said 9. Only 9.
The other one was a rumor.
He's got a couple in the works, so he's
only 9.
Always got a few in the works. I got to get back that way too. I'm trying to think on when. Maybe I'll try to schedule it when the next meetup is. These months are flying by the way. I don't know if anybody notices. The older I get, man.
Hey, Daz.
It's a blink of an eye. Chuck is what?
Is that for real, Daz? I haven't watched Chuck today.
I haven't. I didn't see anything about the bike, but I didn't catch the very end.
The Dirty Dozen.
How you doing, Daz? I'm looking forward to meeting Daz. And I think you said maybe November, or was it next month? September, October? I don't know. You put it back up.
I have to look at my phone, and if I haven't plugged it in, I need to ask somebody. I don't know dates anymore.
I don't either.
Which reminds me, I need to check something real quick. Maybe next month. Right on.
Cool. Yeah, I know you had a bunch of stuff that you were doing on fixing up and working on condos and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much downtime right now for the next few days. Yesterday was my 1-year anniversary in Thailand.
Was it yesterday? Already a year?
Yeah,
that's what I was just saying, man. I'm telling you, all of a sudden it's 1 month, then it's the next, and pretty soon it'll be Christmas will be here, New Year's, and the whole year is just gone in a blink of a flipping eye. People need to
kind of like that idea, Douglas.
What's that?
It's all crash Craig's place and
sounds good to me. What did he?
I
offered to buy him a tape measure. He just laughed at me. In one of his videos, he went down and guessed on the size of a pipe 3 times and had to drive back and forth and still didn't have the right size.
Times on the same.
Actually, he did have the right size
on the pipe.
But he was trying to put
calendar.
Pipe over a coupling. So. How you doing, Johnny?
Okay, good.
Saying hi to you too, Johnny Siam. Saying hi to Mitch.
Hey, Johnny. Misdemeanor.
I was just thinking about you before the show started. I'm going, I hope she's okay. I haven't seen you in a while. Cool. I'm glad. I hope you're all right.
Is Fa in the house?
That's weird. Was what?
I'm just looking at. Oh, look at that. You can gift a membership.
You can?
Yeah. Douglas was gifted a membership on Mojo. Fa was gifted a membership. Wow, that's really cool, Joe. Thank you for that. Can you gift me one so I don't have to pay for mine? No, just
kidding. So I'm hoping you're doing well, Loretta. I'm hoping everything's cool.
Loretta.
I think he's close to where Jake is, right? Whatever, I want to say a Puyallup, but it's a Priscillinamore or whatever the heck. I don't. Yeah, I think he's close. I think they're close to you guys, Ron. I think it's close. I don't know for sure, but
yeah, I've got so many in my head, but no, Puyallup's near where we were.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I was. Well, you've been there.
Yeah, that's where I was. But it's like Pasonamak or whatever. It's right on the.
Wow, you got 10 of them to give away. Wow.
What is that?
I'm learning something today.
Huh. Well, 10 of what can you give away?
Looks like he purchased 10 memberships. You probably get a deal. I'm assuming this. I'm just like deducing.
Memberships for what?
You.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what it's saying it right there.
Where is it saying it?
Help us out. Help us out, Joe. We're struggling here.
Pits of Little Walk. Jake put it
Yeah.
on. Is it only showing on maybe on
Oh, I thought you were talking
okay.
like in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in a whole nother country. Sorry. I thought you were talking about.
You know what it is? I can see it
man.
I can see it on my YouTube, but I can't see it on the whatchamacallit, this program.
So when Douglas comments
Joe.
again, there should be a little thingy by his name now. See
there
that?
is. Wow.
That? Oh man.
Now I'm gonna have to do more for membership. I did do the one little clip. Now I've got another one I can do too. I've got a couple of them actually that are gonna come out. I think my wife has now convinced me to take the D-Max and put a carry boy on it, air condition the carry, air condition the carry boy, and put a bed in the carry boy and the equipment and everything, and do the camping with the truck and not the Forza. She hasn't completely talked me into it, but it's about that close. Makes her happy. She would feel better if I did that. Hey, Andy, thank you. Thank you very much. And I didn't load it this morning. I think it was, now that I think about it, I was thinking about it the other day, when Luis Cabo was on, for those jerseys I think it was Randy that gave the 20. I have to go back and look. But anyway, we have to pay for them and pick them up. I gave him half down, and I got to pay him the other half today. But they put the Got to Love Thailand was supposed to be on the front, and then on the back was their name and the number. Well, they put the Got to Love Thailand at the bottom of the back, and my wife said, no, they'll tuck that into their shorts. You'll never be able to see it. But it's not that it really matters because they didn't put YouTube channel or anything. No one's going to know what Got to Love Thailand is. But I'll get the picture and show you guys the final deal. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a kick. And then I'm going to do a video of the team. I like to watch that. I don't really know. I watched my brother play soccer, so I know very little that I didn't want to play. I didn't want to play a sport where I had to run for 2.5 hours straight.
That's awesome.
No, wasn't me. Unless I was a goalie. I could do a goalie.
That's awesome, Loretta. Good news.
Yeah, glamping. What's that? Down here?
Yeah, I was talking about what Loretta just wrote.
I just went to the cardiologist Thursday and I didn't have a heart attack in my heart. Looks good. Oddly enough. Cool. That is good news. It's really weird. I didn't realize when I went in and had that pneumonia or whatever it was, and they had the tube down my throat for 2 months, I was at like 25%. When they did this, whatever it was almost like a, what do you call it? When they put the gel on you and they look at you, whatever it was, it's a deal for the heart. Yeah, but that's what it was like. But it told him everything, that I used 25% of my heart. And I was freaking out, after they first said that. And he said, no. He said, don't worry. He said, people that, my age, I hate hearing that. Some people have less and they're fine. But what was weird was after he did it, after I got out of the hospital, maybe 6 months after I got out of the hospital, he did it again and it was 75%. And what was really weird, and I don't know if it was maybe I was lighter because I'm heavier now, but he said, I said, well, what's the deal? He goes, I don't know. He goes, but whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Because he said that, he goes, didn't you have an enlarged heart? And I said, yeah. I said, ever since I could remember, they told me I had an enlarged heart. And he said, well, you don't anymore. So I don't know what the hell the deal is. Your body can do weird shit and heal yourself, So I'm glad to hear that. True. What's that?
I'm just reading ahead of you. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I got to look at the other one. Okay, so I don't know where any of this stuff is. Small. So how far? About 5. So I don't know. I think a lot of people are close over in that area. Whatever Jake said the name of that. Jake says it so well. Piniswawa or whatever. Piniswapo. Something like that. I'm horrible, aren't I? I could butcher the Thai language. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Good to see you. You know, I haven't seen in a while is Aaron. I hope he's okay. I haven't seen Aaron in a while.
Probably just busy.
Yeah, it could be. There, Pilok.
Patanalok. Pilok.
Pilok. Okay, Pilok's easier. But
stress is a killer. That's you got that right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I think a lot of this cancer shit and stuff that people get can come from or get worse with stress. Cancer sucks, by the way. Just thought I'd give you that little comment of mine for today. But I'm glad that
I love
good.
Thailand memberships. Is it Pitsanalok? Is that how you pronounce it, Jay?
Pitsanalok. How did you say it?
Pitsanalok. Like Phuket.
Pitsanalok. Dave, it sounds like fixing
the look. That's a good one. Fixing the look.
Ron's got it. Huh? But I think you guys are all close to each other. I really like Uncle Craig. I like his deal. He puts out good content. I thought that he would grow quicker. I thought people would. I guess unless YouTube pushes you out there, you just crawl along. I never had a problem. He's over 300 now, I think. Mm-hmm. But I really like his content. But he was telling me, I told him, he asked me if I watched his last 60 seconds going over the rice fields. And it's kind of freaks me out when you've got those that sound going off. And as in his last one that I watched was from 69 in Vietnam, over that same territory. You know, from the stuff that I saw and I remember way back when, that this stuff that Patty Doyle is looking at looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm kind of looking forward to going to Vietnam and checking it out. I'm hoping that Robert's going to be here. Dave, being from Texas, anything less than a 10-hour drive. That's true, Douglas. And you know, here, is it really that big a deal? I know that it is kind of a pain. I'll tell you what. I went from not having a problem at all driving 6-8 hours to driving 10-14 hours with the electric hot rod. And I had no problem with that. What did I miss?
Nothing. We're just hacking.
I'm happy to hear that. Stressing. Following me around like a stalker. Yeah, I know, man. I don't let things get to me anymore like I did when I was younger. I guess. You let them get to you?
Oh yeah.
Well, things will eventually get to me, but I try not.
I'm the most uptight, worrywart, fretting, crying, whining little Mitch there is.
I don't know. You know, I'll tell you one thing. Coming to Thailand definitely dropped my stress level. No doubt. The only stress that I don't really have any stress. I try not to. Sometimes I get pissed off at stupid things, and my wife just shakes her head at me.
Me too, Daz. I'm an a-hole.
Well, I've been that most of my whole life.
Being in paradise, moving and all that, it's a stress too. Everything's stress. Good stress, bad stress, it all tacks up, you know, it all adds up.
I
People
think
dropping around you, cancer, all these different things.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You just kind of roll with it.
But I think, Daz, I was 9 or 10 years old before I realized that asshole wasn't my name. So You know, even the family.
Yeah, I had a yeah. Tom, so you're going to be doing it from? I thought you were going to do it from the Wombat tonight, Tom. I was all set to go to the Wombat.
Oh, he was going to do his live. Is it tonight?
Yeah, we were talking about it, because I can't hear for Squad anyway, so I could have misunderstood it.
So it's Sunday night. Today's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I thought I made a determination the other day that it was Saturday. I'm confused. I'll try, but that because the 20 is 8:00, right?
Yeah.
Is it
now,
8:00? Okay.
Tom did a premiere yesterday morning at 8 a.m.
I missed
Saturday
that.
morning.
I didn't get notified of that either. This is terrible.
We were talking about it, Dave.
Yeah, I know we talked about it 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, but I thought I could have swore it was Saturday. Oh, Saturday night. Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Saturday night in the States. Okay. All right. I'll because I might be able to make it 8:00. Hell, I can stay up. I'm not that old yet, but I don't know. Maybe
Tom changed his regular 2200, which is 10 p.m. Thai time, Sunday night live to 8 p.m. Sunday night Thai time.
Yeah, I caught part of the one, and I don't. Do you take them down, Tom? Because the one that you had Chris on, I was watching that one, and in the middle of it cut out and said the video is no longer available. As I was trying to watch it back, did you put it back up, or is that something that you do? You take it down and just.
Good question, Ron. Did anyone notify you to renew your passport, Dave?
Yeah, everybody did. It's still sitting.
When's the drop dead date?
I got. No, it's 25. It's good till 2025. It's not because of a date. It's because I only have one page left in it. So where the hell am I going to go? If I go to Vietnam and come back in, I have no more space in my passport. So that's the reason. And I just
pages.
So thanks, Ron. I will talk to my wife again about it. Everything's sitting there, I think, except for, is it the picture that we're waiting for? I got to look through it again. I will pull it up and look through it.
Why are you tripping? Hello. I know, no problem, Tom. You don't need to come all the way up to patio to.
I have a band.
A band? Really? I must have missed that notification.
How's everything going?
I remember they had the lady, Goong, and then the guy.
He has to take it down. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sitting there watching. I'm going, oh, this is pretty cool, and I'm listening, and boom, it just disappears halfway through. That I'm watching. It says this is no longer available. I'm going, crap! I was just watching it. How can it not be available? So I guess if you pull something down, it's good to know. If you pull something down, it takes it down whether someone's watching it or not. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Hey, Paul.
I was looking. Did Tommy already? You still out there? Taco Tommy. The only reason I'm asking that, if you're still out there, is I was watching. What did I get up this morning? 6 o'clock, 5:30? I can't remember. Capio was on, and there was someone on there called Taco Tommy, and I was wondering if it was you or somebody just trying to cause trouble.
I don't think it was our Taco Tommy on there.
Yeah, probably not.
I was tuned in, but didn't comment.
Yeah, I didn't either. I
didn't want to change the dynamic.
I like the guy. I don't know anything. That's the hard thing too, man. When this guy's this and this guy's that and this guy might be and he might be that, and you don't know. I mean, like I said, a couple of people that I know that I've known for a long time can be, I guess, kind of dicey. Never with me, So how do you regulate it? Because I think you have to weigh things out, and if they're dicey to a person that you consider friends, then you got a problem. If they're dicey just because they're dicey, then I guess it's a different story. It's kind of hard because people kind of look at you, and people have been judged by who they watch and who's even on there that you subscribe to. You can get your testicles torn off just for subscribing to somebody. So it's kind of hard, I guess. I was going to say that earlier. Maybe the biggest stress in my life is freaking YouTube, and it isn't so much the abuse from a few people that I don't care about, but it's that, well, wait, if I watch this guy, am I going to piss off this guy? And if I don't watch, it's kind of weird. So now I just don't worry about it. You can pretty much tell when that somebody's nasty. But I know in one particular instance, somebody had watched somebody and did not know anything about him, just a scene like behind me, and commented, this is for you guys so that commented, oh, nice beach. Had no idea who the guy was. The guy was an idiot, and it pissed off a few people. And the guy that did it is a super nice guy. And so when you're watching YouTube, make sure you know what you're commenting on. It may look like a glorious beach scene behind and just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Make sure you know who you're saying nice picture, nice background, nice whatever. That's just a little added help. I know that I wish I knew shit like that. Now I watch out, and I know there's certain ones that I want to stay away from.
Yeah, he did. J.E. said, Les, retired and living the dream, had a great first live stream. It was good.
Yeah, it was. It was good. Yeah, I'm glad I caught it too, and I just caught the end of it. And because it was weird, because it popped on and he had a bunch of malfunctions, and then somebody in a group that I belong to posted up that he was. But it was really weird. I hit that live deal, and I don't know why, Mitch. When somebody posted in there and I hit that deal and it goes to YouTube or whatever, I cannot see the chat. Then I go back into my notifications and I don't see anything on Les. The way that I found it was after that, I went to Les's channel, pulled up his video, saw his live, clicked on his live, and then I saw the chat and him talking. I have no clue why. Maybe it's something with StreamYard. Yeah. I don't know. But it was interesting. It's the second or third time that has happened to me, that somebody said, hey, Billy Bob is live or whatever. And I go there and no chat, no nothing. Mm-hmm. So I have to go to the channel. I don't know why. It's weird. But you need to, if you're stressing, you need to come to Thailand for a month or two, Loretta, and relax on a beach like this.
Yeah, Chris. I think he's talking about a video. I had my phone on a tripod, a little tripod, and the surf came and it immediately sunk and started kind of pointing towards the sky.
I saw
that from about 100 meters away, and I was thinking,
hey, why are you tripping?
I saw the wave, not the phone. I went, I think it might be getting close. Anyway, I'm Surin syndrome. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm going to get a cup of coffee.
All right, Tripper says, I left so many comments on people's videos. The kind of guy often comments, might have to go back and delete some. It's weird because some people take it, if somebody's been nasty to me, and repeatedly, and I think that the people that are surrounding me know that this person's been, nasty to me. And then they comment, like, hey, glad to see that you're, doing this, and have a great day. And, you're going, wow. And I hear it from people. I've tried to stop watching all the crap now, but it's still, people will go, hey, do you know that so-and-so said Santa Claus was, well, no, but it don't matter. Who cares? Oh, but anyway, it can for this particular person, it was shitty. You know, he got a raw deal, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. You know, what are you gonna do? But like I said, I try to warn people in advance. If you're, you know, it may just look like the most tranquil, you know, picture in the world, and you're not. It's a live stream, and you're not hearing anybody talking or whatever, and you say hi, you know, or whatever. It could come back to bite you in the rear, I guess. You know, I'm not telling anybody to do whatever you want to do. It just could happen. Me, I don't care what anybody can watch whoever they want. Don't matter to me. Joe's saying, we say, no, I'm caught up, which is pretty good. Stas saying, life is so much more happy with no more. Yeah, exactly. Other people think, yeah, you know, that was the biggest thing, though, hardest thing that I got over, or that I had to get over somewhat. I never have thoroughly gotten over it completely, but my wife that passed, she was trying to tell me that I need to worry about what people think, because my thing to her was, I don't give a crap whether this person likes me, doesn't. I don't care. You know, I don't care what they think. I don't care anything, you know, about them. And she's going, no, that's the wrong attitude. And I want to say all the things that I had to change in my life, that was probably one of the hardest, because I don't care, you know, don't matter to me. Don't want to be my friend. I got plenty. I don't need any more. I don't need to worry about if I go into if they're religious, if I go into a gambling casino or a bar or a liquor store, I'm going to worry if somebody saw me. Who gives a shit? You know, but she said you should give a crap, and she was right most of the time. But it's the hardest thing I think I've had to try to curve, and I still haven't completely. I'm still kind of that way, and that's the way I was growing up. I didn't give a shit about nothing. Um, it's hard to be in the middle. Let's see what everybody put. It's hard to be in the middle. Just don't take the bait. Be respectful for sure. Yeah, it is. It's definitely hard to be like that in the middle of everything, because you know that I mean, if people know you, especially on YouTube, it's a little bit tougher, because now me and Mitch have been talking for a long time, and we've met each other and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit different relationship. Same with Tom, same with Mark, you know, same with these people. But you know, they know that you know, if somebody called me a racist or something like that, that you know, they're full of crap, you know. But a lot of people, maybe they don't know. So if somebody, because I mean, it's amazing what some of these trolls will come up with, you know. And if you let it, and that's what I'm saying, if they're nasty to somebody, and I'll probably get crap for saying the word nasty, because I think they did a whole video on me saying nasty bastards. So, but I don't care about that either. But I don't know. It's hard, and I understand on the other end of it that, hey, if this guy's you know, doing this, that, and this, and this person's, you know, going, hey, good day, how you doing? You know, what a lovely place. Good job. You know, what a video. Great thing. Comments are a big thing too. You don't comment, you know, like, who was it? Was it Why You Tripping? You were the one that said that, right? Yeah, you don't. You were gone for coffee. But he said that, you know, maybe I better go take down some comments. But you don't know, you know. It'd be nice if everybody could just let the stuff, you know, just slide right off. What did Douglas say? Daz, I am an empath. I can read people the moment I meet them. I have a hard time tolerating mean, fake.
Pat the sweaty things. That's a good one. Like that.
Yeah, good for you, Douglas. It's the way it should be. You know, if you don't, when you meet me, if you're not getting exactly what you're getting now, then by all means, tell me to go.
Hey, Ken.
Take it down.
Copy, you're back in town, buddy.
Does that have leg?
Yeah.
How you doing? I don't know if I met. I don't think I met him. Have I? Did I meet him when I was there in the Wombat or no? I don't
Gosh,
remember.
I don't know.
If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't meet that many people when I was there. And if I miss your guys, yeah, that's
You
about the
bet, Joe.
statement of the year right there, Raymond. You can't worry about the things you have no control over. Exactly, and that'll cut an enormous amount of stress out of your life if you can do that. If you can do that, don't sweat. Yeah, exactly, Jack. Too. It isn't. I mean, if you can do that, that's the one thing that I like about doing this channel and having this channel is everybody's kind of on the same page and no one worries about any of that crap. The little stuff, no one sweats out the little crap, and that's awesome. I live so close to the ocean, but the water is so freezing cold. You basically numb. Body surfing is great. That's like I said, my big thing on where I was going. Everybody knows it. If I can swim in the ocean on Christmas and New Year's, that's one of the possible places I would stay, and that's why I
Well,
went to Costa Rica.
I've done it in Puget Sound, and it is numbing. That's for
Well,
sure.
you know what? I was in. God, where was I in?
Even in summer, it gets numb.
In New York.
I get numb.
God, oh, my mind's gone. Where's Niagara Falls close to in New York?
New
How come
York,
my mind?
New Chalk.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what city right there that I was in? God, see, this
Joe,
is what
someone's going to
scares
have to
me.
help me with that.
This is what scares me. It's right there. I mean, it's right where I was. And Loretta might remember.
Ken, yeah, right. Ken's
But
normally the
Buffalo,
drunken
yeah,
one talking shit.
exactly. God, man, see, this is what scares me about my mind. But I was right there. I've never been to Niagara Falls. I was within a stone throw of there. It was like a half-hour drive, right, from Buffalo, an hour, under an hour. Of course, they said the Canadian side is the side you want to see it from. I didn't make either one, and so it's unbelievable, right there. And I
Yeah,
was there
Montana.
for months at a
It's in
time.
Montana.
Jake's got Buffalo, Detroit. What are we talking? How many things?
Where Niagara Falls is. It's in Missoula.
Missoula, Montana. I was in Missoula, Montana. That's where
Yeah, I've been.
the last year that I was hanging around, that I was actually
Rattlesnake State
Prospect.
Park. Amen, brother.
We went
Very
to
nice.
Missoula, Montana. For the USA run was in Missoula, Montana. That was a hell of a ride out of Southern California. It was fun. I'll tell you what, they picked the best place possible. Middle of summer, Missoula, Montana, a ski resort. Rented the whole ski resort, had a big gate at the entrance that no cops could come in, and had the whole hillsides and restaurant and bar. And we had run of the, they took everything out of there. Walk in, all our own booze, everything. It was a hell of a 4 day deal. But Missoula was interesting. They had cops from Montana. There was 2 other states too that they brought in cops from, and of course the FBI and the ATF. They were like at every run. Jake, I spent a lot of time close to Missoula. Is that that's not where Robert is, right? Robert's someplace else. Where he goes, it's not Missoula, right? It's not Montana.
No, you're Missouri.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Missouri.
Yeah.
My little fan's holding up good. I got my USB fan blowing up. Hey, Mark's here. I didn't see him. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I told you guys my story about us getting drunk and hunting elk in Oregon, and woke up to gunshots because we drank schnapps and crap the night before, got drunk. So that was the end of our elk hunting. Only time I went, one time. Wasn't a big hunter.
Liver Eaton Johnson. Liver Eaton Johnson. Yep, by golly.
And Jake said near Table Lake, Missouri.
Some beautiful, a lot of beautiful places in the
Branson.
world, isn't there? Off the Hook, how you doing?
That's what, that was going to be the plan until my wife passed. The plan that we got to the last time we talked about it was a diesel pusher. I had already built a 60 by 30 with 18-foot eave metal building to put that in, and 6 months cruising this, because I've been a lot of places in the United States, and I haven't even scratched the surface on gorgeous places to go right in the USA. So we were going to do that, and then maybe go to Costa Rica for 6 months, or Thailand for 6 months, and this one, and Panama, and maybe Vietnam, maybe here. And then if we did find something that said, okay, which probably would have been Thailand, said, okay, then we would have lived 6 months here and 6 months on the road. Thought it was a good retirement plan, but cancer kind of bit the shit out of that one, as usual. But like I said, man, I can't. I'm pretty happy, with her having to pass, and the life that I have now. I'm a lucky son of a gun, boy, I'll tell you. Was Off the Hook popped in, or just putting up the?
No, Off the Hook's here.
Hey, how you doing? If I missed you, which is, it happens. Oh, there you are. If you guys are into any kind of fishing, or you like that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe. Doesn't cost anything, and you'll enjoy it if you like fishing. A lot of family stuff too. He goes out with the kids and stuff, and does some fishing. So good channel. Mark, boy, he had a lot of names to cover there. Look at that. Look at all that, and I don't see Got to Love Thailand anywhere in there. Not even a mention. Not even maybe a little sidebar type.
If someone needs your link, Dave, and they're already here watching, they need help.
No, he's just saying hi. He's saying hi.
Oh, okay.
No, I hope they don't need my link here. Mark's a good one. I thought Mark might come on. When are you coming? Do you know yet? I think last time we had talked, you didn't know the exact date. Because maybe I'll try to time my thing, my 2 or 3 days that I want to visit, coming there. Maybe I'll try to time that around that. Mitch said hello. Thank you, Mitch. I feel better now.
That's good.
Mojo, what you drinking?
Oh, I hope it goes well, Paul. Hope that goes well.
What is that? I'm in function. He tested on Wednesday to determine if my brother needs to go into a home. Yeah, that's got to be a hard decision, man. But I don't have, I still might have to make that decision. My mom's still hanging, so.
Nice, Douglas. Very nice. Those were the days. I do miss that.
We're planning to go to Hawaiian. Any suggestions? For what, places to stay or things to do? I would go to Chiam. Definitely pick up that. I would go to a bunch of places. I wouldn't just stay in Wahin.
I would visit Bruce, Sassy and Bruce in Wahin.
That would probably be a good. That would be a good
if Bruce
start.
is still in the chat, let's consult him for his expertise on Wahin.
Yeah, he took us to a couple of restaurants. He's taken a lot of people to places to eat there that are really good, and he probably knows a lot.
Yeah, I haven't spent any time there.
I spent a week there,
and want to.
That was when I went to Joe's for his when he did that interview on me a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, or maybe longer, whatever it was. No, I guess it was a year and a half ago. I rented a PCX there and drove that to Pachuap, and about an hour and 20-minute ride. But it was nice. It's a nice place, but Bruce and them would know where, and I can put you in touch with them somehow if you don't have a way to to get a hold of Bruce. He has a YouTube channel. Somebody post Bruce's
Hello, Tommy.
Sassy Mays. There's Tommy. Sassy Mays and Bruce's YouTube channel. And if you down there, you can go to his community page, I'm sure, and leave a message or get his email or something like that. That would be a good place to start. Pacham and Pachuap Currycon. What's the other one going down that way? Dolphin Bay. There's a lot of beautiful, nice places between
just
Wahin
an awesome
down. And you know who's
awesome
down
place.
further in Chumpan is T and
Yeah,
Deer.
T's in Chumpan. Yeah.
So I don't know if you're gonna make a run at that whole area, but there's a couple people, and then you got Joe and Gift and Joe in there that you can find out information about local hotels or whatever and stay. But it's a good choice going down that way. Definitely a good choice. You'll enjoy it. Some beautiful country. Were you here earlier when I asked you? Were you on Capio's this morning, Tommy? Yeah, looking really good. I thought it would be farther along. Is it just me? Are they stringing you out, Tim? Because that one guy laying tile doesn't seem like the way that your house has been going. His house, I've seen people.
Yeah, see,
they've had a lot of people there. Go ahead, Mitch.
No, Tommy wasn't. You're talking the other Tommy, right?
Oh, that's Tommy J. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. You were thinking
Sorry,
Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy. My mind playing tricks on me. Mark's here. Hey, Mark.
Good morning. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Mitch. Good morning, Mitch. Good morning. Good morning, audience. If I missed any of you, I'm sorry. But I've just come back from a 3-hour breakfast. So all the weight that I lost in Thailand, I'm putting back on here in Australia. So
you just go back and forth. That's all.
Yeah.
It slowed down during the tile guy lost his helper. Okay. So when do you know a date or no?
Yeah, no, I'm coming over in September, so I won't be able to make it in August. My boss is away on another project in Perth at the moment. So the company have said, listen, we really need a engineering manager in the head office. And it's a bit difficult to be in the head office if I'm in Thailand. So he'll be back mid-September, and then I'll come over. So at this stage, I'm going to fly over on the Friday before the Australian Grand Final. So, which I think is, I'd have to check. Let me have a quick look. I was working it out today when I'd go back. 23rd of September, I'll come back for a week.
September. Okay.
23rd
Cool.
September. Oh, okay.
23rd, yeah, because I've got to be here. I've already got a promotion, which is driving me absolutely bonkers. So I'm doing rail signalling. So for anybody out there that knows anything about railways and how they work, rail signalling is a black art. So I'm lines going crazy. So,
Hey, Nanette, how you doing? Glad you can make it. If you guys aren't subscribed, where are you? Right down there. Simply Nanette. By all means, subscribe. And I wished her a happy Mother's Day, and she goes, "I'm not a mother yet, Dave."
No, not the bathroom.
I'm sure you'll be a great one when it does happen. But I learn more and more. This is another one from Bobby's little circle of people from the Philippines. Great people. You guys will enjoy. So by all means, please subscribe. Let's see. Good night, folks. All right, Raymond. Take it easy. Got to work tomorrow. Need to retire. How old are you, Raymond? Take mine. Good morning to Nanette. Everybody. Yeah, Johnny Siam. Thank you, Jake, for putting that. God, I got a lot of all of a sudden, or just is most of it just posting people's channels and people saying hi, which is awesome. Gives me a break on trying to find Hello. Oh, I didn't see Brock. Is Brock here? All right. There's Robert. I didn't see Robert either. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Channel the Enforcer does a very good update on the Ukraine war. I haven't followed any of it. Are they still at war? I guess they must be.
Yeah, I think they are.
I'm horrible. I'm trying to find out about that kind of crap. Well, I'm caught up.
The price of petrol's come down in Australia, and my missus was telling me that it's down to about 37 or 38 baht in Thailand. So, and it's down to $1.50 per litre here, and $1.55 per litre in Australia. So for unleaded, so for the Gao Ha, I think, or Gao Nung 91.
Yeah, I don't know what that's for, because I know diesel is quite a bit cheaper.
Well, diesel's more expensive. Diesel's about still, I think it's $2.15. My mate was bemoaning the fact because he's got a twin turbo V8 diesel, and he was whinging today. But I think it's down a fair bit, down to about $2.15 a litre. He was saying.
Yeah, it's cheaper. I think it's like 30. God, I don't know, 33. Somebody will know. It's cheaper than petrol.
But it's capped by the government in Thailand.
Yes. Yeah. Because they didn't let it, when it first happened, they wouldn't let anybody go above 31 for a month or 2 months.
Yeah.
And then they let them go, which I thought was awesome. That was really surprised. And I was glad that we had at the time our vehicle was diesel. Although the new one, the 3-cylinder electric hot rod is petrol. Planning to meet Kobus and his wife the end of the month. Cool. Where are they going to be? But that's a good that way that you're heading. You're going to have an absolute ball. It's awesome place. That's where I took the 11.5-hour ride back on the Forza from Pachuap, Kurikan, Joe's, and Gift's house all the way to Surin. I wanted to know that too. 35.33, so it's kind of leveled off.
Yeah, I just transferred money over 25, so 25.2, I think. So that's the best it's been for quite a long time from an Australian perspective.
And that's what my wife gets, is that B7 too. So you're saying 35 to 37, which that isn't horrible to me. Maybe it's devastating to the Thai people. I don't know, but that 31, so 4 or 5 baht a deal. It doesn't affect me, but it does affect. We were talking about that too, and how 20 baht to me. I'm trying to get better at it. 20 baht to me is like almost nothing, and 20 baht to a Thai person is
a meal.
Yeah, exactly. And that we were talking about it last night, because I said it was like 600 for the barbecue, 2, 4, 6, maybe 700, and I think I gave 60 baht, and I thought I wanted to give more, but I know my wife went crazy on me. But I asked her. I said, okay, so this little girl, she busts her stones. Granted, she doesn't have to bring us meal because of the barbecue. She just brings one thing and then we cook it or whatever you guys do. But she's constantly filling up my soda water, filling up your water, your Coke, your constantly right there, And I go, what does she make? And my wife guessed at 200 baht a night, a day. And I said, okay, well then, so she said, so you're giving her a tip of almost half of what she makes in a night, because he said that our oldest wants to work there, because I could almost throw a stone from here and hit the barbecue place. So she said she wants to work there, and I go, she's going to drop, my wife said she's probably going to drop stuff, and I said she'll probably break more than she's going to make. So it's going to cost us for her to work there. Why don't I just give her 200 baht a day and let her go on her merry way? But she's talking about when she gets out of school, she wants to work and make money, which is a good thing.
Yeah, everyone wants their own independence, and the value of earning your own dollar or a baht is vitally important in a young person's progression to being an adult.
Well, they didn't get much from their mother, and then I have now doubled their, what I would call when I was growing up, a allowance. I don't know what they call it in Australia, but
yeah,
probably about the same thing. Yeah. So they were getting nothing, and they always felt like they were, they always had hand-me-down shoes and hand-me-down uniforms, and they were in the dormitory there. They couldn't. The other kids would go and buy, because it's a private school, so the Thais that have money, their children are going there, and they could buy stuff that wouldn't spoil. A little bread thing, a Twinkie, some kind of thing. You could buy a few of those things, and potato chips, you could have in the dorm stuff, and they could never afford to pay that. So as soon as I found that out, I said, okay, well, you're going to start getting this much every week. You'll get a deal, or every month, whatever it was. And then I doubled that now, because they were saying that she wanted to go to work while she was in Bangkok. I'm going, no, you're going to school. I don't want you going to school during the day and then working at some crap hole, in Bangkok somewhere for nothing. So, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I should have just let her work, but her mother didn't want her walking around or taking public transportation at, 9, 10 o'clock at night. She just didn't want her doing it. And I don't blame her. I didn't either.
No.
So,
Hi, Benja.
Is Benji here?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
how you doing, Benji? Glad you could make it. I was just thinking about you. I saw you on Facebook with she was frying her chicken up. But it's a big deal, and you don't really realize it, because the first thing off me is, and I know my mom was in the, she was a waitress, so they made nothing back in the 70s and 80s. They made like $1 an hour. They made all their money off of tips. Well, they don't get tips here in Thailand. So I asked them, I'm going, so what is it? So you're talking what? $6 a day US. Even the guys here that I give 500 to, I thought I felt bad doing it, but and they're happy to get it because no one's working, or now they're starting to get back into working, and maybe it'll go up, and I'm always willing, but they know too, like the one was going to lose his brand new scooter. So he knew that if he went to my wife and said, I need 4,000 baht to pay the back, payments on my scooter, that Dave and Nitnoy would probably give it to him. And at a, because I did it with the cousin too. I'm going, yeah, I'll lend you the money, but I don't want to sit there and you're only making 2,000 baht a month. Am I going to take 1,000 of it, half of it? No, I can't do that either. So they knew that too. So I give them on a week. You give me $100 or 100 baht, a week or something, and until it's paid off. But they're good. He's a good kid. This is the one that I bought we bought the jerseys for.
Okay.
That say Thailand. It's for him and my cousin. I found out they're actually the coaches or whatever on the team. So it's kind of cool. Say hi to Benja. Mitch,
the only thing with that comment, Ron John, is it's fine to have a minimum wage, but the majority of Thai people work for themselves, and they earn what they earn. And right. some days they won't earn any, and the next day they might earn 300 baht. So it's probably on government projects like road building where and multi-story buildings where it's not. I know it's not unionised, but maybe where the government has a bit more influence over people that are writing the paychecks. But for having an increase in the daily in a take-home wage for 90% of the Thai people that are self-employed means diddly squat to them. they can't afford to pay more to themselves if they're not making it. So
right. Well, that's
but that's the same around the world, isn't it, Dave? You work for yourself.
Yeah,
Mitch,
yeah.
You work for yourself. You couldn't all of a sudden say, well, you know what? I'm going to charge out an extra. You can say I'm going to work at extra $10 an hour, but whether or not contractors are going to come and sign contracts with you is another story. So,
well, she said between 200 and 300 anyway. I just took 200 as off. So what you're talking about? Still $9.
Take care,
I don't
Loretta.
know how many hours. I'm
Good
sure
night.
that is she going? All right. I'm hoping that you come and visit us again. Hopefully everything is going to go your way. I think it will. All right. Have a good night, Loretta. It's just still $9 a day. I mean, it's just like if you said that to maybe somebody in another country. I mean, I don't know what you make in Vietnam or what you make in Cambodia. You know, maybe it's all relative with them. They make the equivalent of $250 or $350 or baht a day. But when you come to me, I mean, $9. I mean, I wouldn't even work for $9 an hour. And you know, I think our minimum wage now is more than that, right? Isn't it 10, 15 bucks? I think in the U.S. now, which I think is crazy, but that's just me. I don't think it needs to be, needs to be there, but I guess everybody needs to make money. But to go and flip burgers, of course, if I went back to the United States and I'm an old guy and I want to get a job at McDonald's, $15 an hour, and I mean, hell, that ain't bad.
Look, when I came through the apprenticeship scheme, so as an apprentice electrician, and as a first year apprentice in 1984, the dole was paying more than what I used to make for a week. But right, but you got to look at it in perspective. You've got to have a goal. And as a 17-year-old, I knew that eventually I'd become a tradesman, and then from being a tradesman, you could progress up the ranks. But it's very hard when you're sitting there and you're earning less than your friend who's on the dole, and he sits at home and does sweet FA.
Well, the union stuff, like I talked about it before, they were really barking up our rear ends because, like I said, we were the biggest non-union contractor in Los Angeles, so they were all over us, picketing our job sites and all sorts of stuff. We tried to keep under control, but then getting into 7 years with this operating engineers union, which was basically my last retirement job, they were paying over minimum wage at the time. I want to say minimum wage at the time was like $10. They were putting like $10, $12 an hour into my retirement. That's what 7 years I was, because it never really, we had 401ks and all this kind of stuff for the guys. I never really got too much into that, but I know it was all fair. Like I said, it wasn't like us being non-union. If you were a non-union electrical guy and you made $30 an hour, our guys were making $29, $35, and they had their we weren't paying them like $10 an hour or something. We weren't that kind of non-union. But when I think about this, because that was the one that I just got, 7 years that they paid in, plus I had other stuff with that. It was over $1,600 a month for the rest of my life for working 7 years. 7 years. That's how much they put in it. So am I an advocate of owning a business that's union? No, it's not a good thing for the owner. What if I was going to work? Would I rather work as a union? You bet. I got everything. The best dental, the best medical, the pay scale, everything was great.
I'm working on a project that's worth $1 billion, and the EBA, so the union guys get paid really good rates, and they pay them to make sure they don't leave. They get paid site allowances, which can be as much as their hourly rate on top of their hourly rate. They work a 9-day fortnight, and us engineering people, we're just on a flat rate in the office, 5 days a week. So, yeah, would I rather be back on the tools, as they say? Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's hard
Was it
work on the tools.
like
too.
every day saying it was 20, 21, 23 an hour minimum wage in Australia? And even that, you really struggle. And that's understandable. Don't get me wrong. I think that some people, I think you should get paid for what you're worth. There shouldn't be anything on anything. Some guy comes in and goes, I got this job because of whatever, and I want $25 an hour, and they're not worth it, and you got to pay it. That sucks. But like this, look at the people, Social Security, the normal Social Security in the United States. Okay, let's say you got nothing went right in your life. You have no retirements. You have no money saved. You don't own a house. You don't own anything. And a 1-bedroom house in any place that you want to live, or a bachelor's, is $1,500, $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and you're getting $1,600. So I don't know what $1,600 a month would break down hourly for that, but I gather it's a lot less than $21 an hour. So yeah, the young kids that are out there, most of the people in that minimum wage stuff was to get into the job market. And I always told my son, everybody, learn a trade. Like me with air conditioning, I never really loved it. Never. But I'll tell you what, everything could go to shit tomorrow, and I could go to work the next day because they can't let their food spoil and they can't freeze to death. So if you're a heating and air conditioning guy or refrigeration, I'll have a job forever. I can go wherever I want. But
any trade,
yeah,
really.
any trade.
And look, my ex-wife, she had a couple of degrees. She was research. She had a research degree. But anyway, when I met her, she was a teacher, and all of her friends, they looked down their nose at me because I was a tradie, and until my ex-wife said, "Don't be so quick to judge. He makes a hell of a lot more than what you do."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was even when they would go after, waitresses were a lower class, individual. Hell, man, I know waitresses were making $200-300 in tips a shift, plus their wages. So I mean, they were making more than people that were gotten degrees and went to work. Because I don't know how many people they said, how many people at McDonald's were working at McDonald's with bachelors and bachelor degrees and stuff. So it's all relative. It's horrible, and I feel bad for the people. And hell, if the economy and everybody could stay in business by paying minimum wage of $50 an hour, then hey, God bless them, go do it. But I don't think it's possible. But I'd like to know, what is the breakdown on 1,600 is the typical wage for Social Security.
And
so
I'm not anti-union. I was a paid-up member of the Electrical Trades Union for 25 years. But what the unions do is that they lift everybody up at the same level, where if you were going to employ them on a worker's contract, they might not get a pay rise, but because they're a part of a union, but because they're part of a collective, they will. Where me, for the last 10 years or thereabouts of my career, I've had to actually not fight, but I've had to be able to go to a board to approve any pay rise or any bonus that I thought I was entitled to. So where the union guys got an automatic 3.5%, 4% per year because of a collective.
They would reevaluate mine. They would give me like 3-year contracts.
You see what Joe was on? $500 an hour. Fucking sorry. A few years ago.
No, I didn't see it. Yeah, but like I just figured this out. 53. If you take 1,600 divided by 30, $53. And if you got to figure that 3/4 of that is got to go towards a place to live. Forget about electricity, forget about water, forget about anything, internet, anything like that. they're living on like $10 a day,
Mm.
maybe. And I'm talking about people that are,
Get beat.
that if you didn't set yourself up, and I was never good at that. I got lucky. I bought this property when it was down, then the real estate boom went up, sold it, doubled it. I got lucky in a lot of stuff like that. Otherwise, if I didn't, I would tell my son and stuff like now to be planning, and I never planned for nothing. It didn't matter. I had a lot of, I got lucky a bunch of times, but yeah, I don't know. It's and F-bomb refreshes the trip.
I do apologize for my slip of the tongue, everybody.
There's
I do
Love Channel.
apologize.
Good vibes, good vibes. You got to be from the Filipina community from Bobby's channel. So hello to you. I think I've seen you on. If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe to Love Channel. He's saying hello to everyone. Hello to you. It is. It's tough. That's why I give, the people here. I guess that's another reason that makes sense. Like when that one lady that I gave the 300 baht. That's all I had. That was 90 years old, pulling up grass in the middle of the night to feed the cows or sell. Yeah, it's like, well, how much did she make? Well, she maybe made 60, 80 baht or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, that's nothing, but it's something to them. They could live 3, 4, 5 days on that. That's why the people here, when everybody else was closed, Surin was still open per se. The people that had their places that could stay open stayed open. If they sold one street meal, they could buy rice for their family for 2 or 3 days. And the good thing about here in Isan, and like I said before, 99% of the people here are never going to starve because their family land has a crap load of rice on it. So they may not going to make any money, but if they go over and they help and pitch in, they're going to get a good supply of rice. So it's interesting. Thanks, Mitch, for putting that up.
Betcha.
But I noticed in the chat, people say that when they first arrive in Thailand, and I was guilty of it too, that you do tend to over-tip. And my wife sat down and said, look, it's very good that you tip, but you can't over-tip either. And sometimes, and I defer to her now. And I say, do I give a tip or not? And she's going, no, the meal wasn't all that crash hot, so I'm not giving a tip. And otherwise she'll say, like, if it was 1,000 baht, she might say, oh yeah, 40 baht tip or whatever it is. I can't remember. But she works it out. Anyway.
It's the same thing with me. I did the same thing with my wife, but she just kind of, whatever you want, up to you. And I'm going, that doesn't help me because I'm going to give too much, in your eyes. So now I go by her eyes. I'll go like this. And then when she goes, okay, that's enough.
For those with Thai partners, up to you to me means stand back and reevaluate.
Yeah, exactly. Come up with a good number.
You're probably going down a one-way street the wrong way. If you get the
I think
to you.
like the normal thing that I'm coming up with, like we had a 1,600 baht dinner at a nice restaurant over here, and I think I gave him 120 baht, and that was borderline on too much. But on these 600 to 800 baht meals, I'm guessing between 40 and 60 is probably enough. And now that I know that the girl that I gave that to, that's over half or almost half her salary for the hour, for the day, then I go, okay, then that's probably good, because I'm looking at it going, God, it's still only like $1.50, or whatever, so I have to look at things differently. And I try to, because I don't want them to. I know that when I was in Costa Rica, it was the same way, and I said this before. They don't believe in tipping in Costa Rica either. But all where I was in the tourist town, they expected it. It was like if you didn't tip, boy, they gave you dirty looks. That I find a little offensive, or if you tip and you don't tip what they think is enough when you're not supposed to tip anything, and then they give you a dirty look, then I get a little pissy. And usually it doesn't happen to me because I usually over tip anyway. But some of the little girls are running around, they want to make a week's wage in 5 minutes.
Look, we don't. In Australia, there's no tipping, but there are tip jars. So, for example, today I bought breakfast. Right, I paid cash for breakfast for 3 of us. Was about $130. So, or $125, $124, or whatever it was. So you get back some gold coins, which is our lower denomination money. And I just dropped it rather than putting it in my jeans pocket, I just dropped it in the tip jar. Right. And so it's the same with the coffee. If a coffee is going to cost you $3.80 and you hand over $4, 20 cents, I put that into their tip jar. But there's no your meal was $120 for breakfast at the tipping rate is 7.5%, so that's that's $9 or $8.55 that you owe us in a tip on top of the meal.
Well,
we don't have that in Australia.
Some of the places that I went to, and I want to think what would be a common one, was in Hawaii. You go there and it'll say on the bottom of the menu, included in your meal is a 10%, 12%, whatever tip automatically included in your deal. They actually did that in some of the restaurants in Costa Rica. And then they would, give it to the gals. But then they had a lot of problems with people keeping the money, the owners keeping the money, because you could have a business and stuff there, no problem. And you could even own land. You had to have it written up a certain way. But it's just, because I asked my wife last night too, I said, a lot of bars and stuff like that, all the girls, they throw their tips into one bucket and then they split it up. But they have to pretty much be confident in each other, because otherwise then you got girls fighting. Well, she didn't do anything and I made twice the amount, and any time that they did that, I would just cut it out and go, you just keep your own tips. And it's not worth listening to you guys bitch, at the end of the night, because they always think that they worked harder than the other one. But a lot of places will do that. You just throw it in there. And I thought they might do it there because they have, the guy that brings the bucket of coal that you cook over, and this, everybody's got a little, the bus boys and the or girls or whatever, and maybe they do, maybe they throw their tips into one thing and then they split it up amongst everybody. I don't know. But hey, there's Aaron. I was just talking about you, saying I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
Ears are burning, Aaron.
Yeah, I did cut it. Everybody's Ben's is still here, right? I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What how long we've been on? An hour and a half already. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I like to tip. I don't like my wife. Pretty much takes it in stride now. Like I said, I can tell in her eyes when I start pulling money. I only pull the money out of my wallet one bill at a time and try to read her face. And when I get to it, then I know, yeah, this is probably a good amount, because she's thinking in her mind, same thing. If it's a bill or whatever, and I'm giving this one girl, 200 baht, well, hell, that's what she makes for the whole night. Well, God bless her. I mean, to me, the $6 isn't going to make a break in, and I should get out of that mindset, because some Thai people really get offended that you're giving too much money away.
Louis,
hey, Louis,
Carbo in the house.
How you doing, Louis? You don't.
Hola, Louis. How you doing?
You only, I just, like I said, my mom was a waitress.
Hey, Paul.
She took care of, me and my brother.
Yeah, Paul.
And I just overtip. It's just the way I go. Who's leaving?
Aussie in
Aussie
Asia, Paul.
Aussie in Asia,
All right,
Paul.
Paul. But we'll, I don't know. Like I said, I kind of watch her to try to play the, she doesn't really care at this point now either. And they're happy to be able to have everything that they have in their life because of me. And they're the first ones to admit it. Life is so much better that Dave is in our lives, and the mother-in-law says it, and the father-in-law and the kids and my wife and the whole family. But like I said, I'm a selfish person too. I mean, those smiles are worth all the money I have. The smiles that I get because the daughter can buy stuff to take to school. The smile on the mother-in-law's face because she could buy her best friend who's been buying for her for 20 years lunch. She can buy her lunch. I mean, this stuff's in, what do they say in that thing? Priceless or whatever, to me.
And that's right. So I just think of the changes that I've brought to my wife and my daughter's life. So the reason I transferred some money over this weekend was because we're going to put a deposit down on a university spot for her next year. So this was completely not even in fantasy before I came into their lives that they would have thought that they would have been going to university.
Exactly.
And I mean, look, it's hard enough in Australia to go to university now. If you go to university here, I was fortunate when I did mine. My company paid for it, work paid for it, because they wanted me to have a degree to be the person that they wanted me to be within the organisation.
Right.
They were just a little bit pissed off that it took me. Well, there's another one, but it took me 9 years to get a degree that should have taken me 4. But anyway, that's another story. What was I saying? Yeah, but here for a young person, we just put on a couple of undergraduates, which are young people that are just halfway through their university degrees in whatever discipline. One bloke that I've got working for me wants to be an aeronautical engineer. So there ain't much in aviation in Australia. So he'd probably end up working in the States for Boeing or for the French company, whatever they are, Airbus or something, Airbus. But he's incurring a massive debt, right? That he will have to pay. So the government are assuming the debt, but he's going to have to pay it back. And I said to him, "How much is your degree going to cost?" And he said, "Probably over $100,000." Wow. So,
yeah, but like I said,
over your head.
But you enjoy doing it. It makes you feel good, and that's why you do it. And it's your daughter. So I mean,
that's right. That's right.
So, and it does with me. Like everything that I spend on my family is, like I said, it comes back to me 10 times over. Thanks, Joe, for the super chat. Let's see, for Dave's father-in-law for a special candy. I will get it for him today. I will do that. But it comes back 200 times in smiles and seeing them excited about being able to do something that they would never be able to do in their life without you.
But it's investing in the country, right? Yeah, Dave, you, me, Mitch, Tom, half your audience here that has made a commitment to Thailand. Yeah, we cop crap from trolls. Oh, you're wasting your money. Like you said on a live stream, you've been married a few times. I've been married twice in Australia. I know Mitch has been married before in the States, and we all go through these breakups, and it all costs us financially one way or the other. And yet, have I got my name on the land title? No. Am I happy in my relationship? Yes. Can that change tomorrow? Absolutely. But I'm not wrapping myself up in a cotton wool and hiding under the bed or living in mum's basement on what might be. Life's for living. We're only here for a short time.
That's right. And like I said, it comes back like Lewis is saying there that you're making a difference. Yeah, I mean, to make a difference in a Thai person. Yeah, make a difference. But that's what, like people say, oh, there's a selfless act in this. No, it's not. I get excited, man, every time I see those kids smile And every time I see my mother-in-law smile or my wife smile, and it could be stupid things like just being able to do. My wife never thought in a million years that she was going to be able to give back to her country by buying the kids stuff and doing this and with the jerseys, and that was never in her deal. She's a smile from ear to ear on this stuff. And like I said, everything that I give them or to them, which is nothing to me, it comes back to me 10 times. So just the smiles and the this and the laughter. I mean, just the laughter when the kids are here is unbelievable.
Hey,
I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Hey, Ron John, that sounds like a great name for I've been looking for a name for a YouTube channel for
Randy.
myself. I reckon I really like that one. No time to be sad. No time to be sad.
No kidding. That's an original.
That's a really good name. What do you think, Mitch?
Wow. That's catchy.
Could that
I would go.
Yeah, you should use the number 2.
Yeah, use the number 2 instead of
use
T.
the number 2. No time to be sad. Oh yeah. God, dang it, man.
I was lurking in his channel a little bit yesterday, but Warren was on, so I was concentrating on Warren's channel.
I got to remind myself that it's Saturday because I really enjoy watching that, and I've missed it a bunch of times. But James had it right here too. Said,
and
as I'm older, helping people just makes my heart smile.
Yeah,
that's it, man. That's the thing, and they're so ready to do stuff for you. My wife, the kids, like I said, it's not like being in the States. I've never heard those kids once go, why do I have to? Never. And I heard my own children do this. Not as bad. They were pretty good compared to most, but they never did. They were happy.
There's my
new channel
and get
me a bottle of water. You know,
that's my new channel.
They were happy to do it.
M plus full of.
I
didn't see
Jim's
the
constantly talking about
yeah,
full of it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm full of shite.
And our good friend Les went live for his inaugural live.
I caught the end of it.
Yeah, after a few teething problems, I think he had about 4 cracks at it before he got going. But I think he really enjoyed it, Mitch.
He said it in that live too. Me and him when we first met up, I spent the most time with him when I went there with the family that very first time. Good man. I really like the guy. Yeah, he's a good stand-up guy. Another, like everybody that I've met, 2 of them sitting right here.
Corn in that
it makes a difference.
Yeah, we got to have some corn. Yes, Chuck is great.
Yeah, he is.
Stage is great. Family's wonderful. I mean, it's.
Yeah, Meow had told me
just
that,
like you see it.
That Jim absolutely loves watching Chuck.
But yeah, the 5 minutes that I saw of Chuck's live stream yesterday was the 5 minutes that he said, I want to apologize to everyone for being so sarcastic today. So, and he went on to explain why he must cop. And I mean, when I was watching, there was like 500 odd people watching, and I'm thinking, he must get just so many negative comments. And I mean, and
he controls himself a lot better than I would.
He bounces back day after day after day. He's got the constitution of a Sherman tank.
They're just good. Like I said, I think mainly they all come out. If anybody that has a life that's better than them, they're having a good time in their retirement, and somebody's a miserable, good for nothing, whatever, they have to say things. Because if you're too happy and having too good a time, what
are you going to say? What are you going to say if
yeah, he does. Yeah, and I'm glad he addresses the troll. And he actually, the little bit that I got to watch, because I didn't catch it for some reason, I didn't get notified, so I watched it a little bit of it, recorded or whatever afterwards. And actually, I thought he dove into that way more than normal. So he must be getting getting a little pissed on some
Well,
stuff.
I
And I'm
didn't get
sure
a
they're
notification.
attacking them big time.
Yeah,
You
I
did?
didn't get a notification either, but because I
Yeah, I
was
didn't. I
watching
don't know why.
Warwick's channel, someone said, "Oh, I just popped over from Chuck's live stream just to see how you're going," and I thought, "Oh, all right." So then it got a little bit, there's a little bit 5 minutes of boring. If you're watching, Warren, and I know you do, it was literally 1.3 seconds that I tuned out for, my friend. And I went over to see, it's Chuck live. So yeah.
I give him a lot of credit. I really like that guy. I think he's got to get attacked by every second of the day. And he's always in a chipper mood. She's always up. Everybody's always having a good time. But I think Chuck, I'm guessing, and I have absolutely no idea, that they're probably attacking him way more about his mom. And he's probably taking that a lot more to heart. That's just my guess. That's my guess.
The best revenge for people that attack you is to live your life well.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're absolutely right. And James has said that a couple of times. You just can't let him go, let him go. And then my wife, man, from the very first time that I was really got annoyed at one person in particular, she told me they're barking dogs. Why do you listen to them?
That's
right. And when she told me that, I go, God, she's right.
She's right. She's right.
Yeah, exactly. So, what the hell? So I'm going to have a good time no matter what. Like I said, I'm going to do this. I never thought that I'd ever do this in a million years. And I'm going to do this until I'm not having fun anymore. So let's see what Sean's saying. To Mark, it's all about controlling what you can control and trolls with the trolls.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. Yeah, best.
He is good. I just noticed
right
when I watched his live, I just thought that he was mentioning them a lot more than normal, is what I got out of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I haven't got a chance to do that yet. But you get to a certain point to where it can eat on you, Yeah.
Oh, look, absolutely. And because of the position I used to hold, I did a lot of training with psychologists in how to identify workplace bullies, because there was a whole lot of changes in Victorian workplace legislation in how companies were now accountable for workplace bullies that they employed. So we had to be able to identify them before it became a problem. And these trolls, all they are is bullies. They're just bullies. And when you look
I
at
never
why,
liked bullies.
No, when you look at why, there's always the same. There's always the same markers. They were either underachievers at school, they were abused at school, they never ever got promoted in their workplace, they were constantly overlooked in their childhood or their as a teen or as a young adult. And so the only tools that they've got left is to act out at people that they see.
I never could
stand made successes
bullies.
Out of themselves.
Bullies, I never would put up with any bullies, and it came from, I went to Catholic school for 2 years. I think I was like 12 years old or whatever. When I left Catholic school, I went into like the 6th grade in regular school and then the junior high school. But there was a mother superior there there was this little kid that always got picked on, and he didn't, his father or his mother or somebody made the mistake of telling them that when you die, we're going to put you in a box and the worms are going to come and they're going to eat you. So guys would take rubber bands and cut them off and chase this little kid around. Bigger kids, older than me, right? And she pulled me aside and she said, you have carte blanche to do whatever you have to do to make sure that these kids do not bully this one kid. I said, anything? She said, anything you want to do. And sure enough, the first time I did it, because I was a reaction deal, as soon as they did it, I just knocked them down, knocked them out. And they pulled me into the mother. She said, don't worry, just sit here and relax for a little while. I'm going to make you pick up papers, but I'm going to let you pick up papers on the outside of the school. So if you wanted to wander over to the store and get an ice cream or whatever, you could do that. She ended up leaving the Catholic Church and getting married. But from that point on, it was like, I don't dig bullies, man. I don't take it. I don't like it. You want to pick on somebody? Here, come pick on me. I'm right here. But I didn't like them. But it came from her. And I think I was 11 or 12. It was interesting. I'm trying to remember her name. Hey, Verna, how you doing?
Verna, hi.
Another one from the
Verna,
Filipino.
hello.
Please subscribe if you would. How you doing?
And you know, I've always had a question mark over people that refer to themselves in the third person, and I'll just leave it there. It sets alarm bells off very,
Yes,
very,
yes.
very
As it
loud.
should.
You all
As it
double up
should.
on it there.
As you should. Let's see. What's ET saying? Why can't Western PPL cannot take Chuck saying with Mafia? Just no clue. Yeah, because the people are a bunch of idiots. I think he's got a great wife who I think I've said a couple of times she needs to calm down. She's bringing everybody down because she's so chipper. Every time I see the woman, I have to smile. So it's exact opposite. And he's having a good life, and people can't stand it. They just can't stand that he has a good life. Can't stand it.
Absolutely.
And especially living here. Wait till these people actually come here. I think half of them. Well, some of them are here, but if you have a good life and you smile and you laugh and you've got a nice family, they're going to attack you for that. If it's a Thai family, they're going to attack you for giving your wife. She's going to take everything that you got. You know what? Does it happen? Yeah. Happens in the United States all the time. Happened to me 2 or 3 times. Not that it was, hey, especially if I was with somebody, they deserved, half of what I had. If they didn't, they got it anyway.
Scott, that's the $64,000 question, my friend, and it escapes us.
Hello,
get the hell out of my lounge room. Bloody
freeloader. Sorry, Mark. It's just so comfortable here.
Hey, and the missus reckons you haven't been paying rent either. And you've drank all my beer and you haven't replaced it.
Oh, sorry. I'll go down to 7-Eleven in a moment.
Yeah, what's the time in Thailand? Is it open or closed?
Because they got nothing to do.
No, it's still open.
They don't have a life. That's the reason. They don't have a life. How you doing, Brock? Glad you could make it.
Good.
How's
Mitch
the tea?
and Dave and Mark and Aaron and ET and Gator, Jake and Dip Media and hi, everyone.
Yeah, they are. They're great, aren't they, Lewis? I mean, they're just
correct, Lewis.
And they're
I mean,
exactly the same people. Like I said, the people that you meet. If you meet me, when you meet me, if I don't come off exactly as the person that I am right now, then I need you to tell me to leave or something. I'm looking forward to meeting you, by the way.
He's not what he seems.
Yeah, it's like it just I guess it annoys me if somebody's fake or they're acting and stuff. First time that I saw Chuck, I liked him immediately. Then the first time that I met Chuck, I knew I liked him immediately. So just great people. And the happier you are, the more content you are with your life, the more that you're getting out of your life, they hate you more. It's okay. Hate me all you want.
Well, the first time I met someone, I was in quarantine and he was 5 floors below me going, I'm free to do whatever I want. You're stuck up there for 14 days.
Yeah, just rubbing it in, wasn't I?
And then just popping monos up and down the street.
I remember that.
Wasn't he nude doing that, Mark?
Yeah, and he had 3 or 4 girls on the motorcycle as well. So yeah.
He's up there waving the Aussie flag. I'm right here, you blind bat, you.
How many bars did you own at that time? Did you own a lot of bars?
No bars at that point. I'd spent some time behind them, but not owning.
Anyone getting a haircut?
No,
I got my beard cut. There's no hair left on the top of my head to get cut.
I'm happy to say that the people that I've met in Thailand, I can now call my friends. So, and that's
I'm the same. I feel the same way.
I haven't met anyone that I thought, well, I ain't going to go. I'm not going to rush back to see them. Everyone. So, And
It's
it
been great.
started with Mitch, started with Dave, and it started with Tom.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And Tom's the exact same that I got Mitch as you are. Everybody that I've met, it's 100%. It's 100%. That's why the people we talk back and forth. We talk about it quite often. Is that, YouTube is this and that. I don't know. I'm in Surin. I wouldn't know probably actually nobody in Thailand. I'd still probably know Bob from when I met in Kamala, but otherwise I wouldn't know anybody. I wouldn't have got the pleasure of meeting Mitch or meeting Mark or meeting Tom, meeting anybody face to face. Or I'm looking forward to meeting Jake and meeting Brock and meeting all these people.
TJ.
that are gonna come. Sure. What's that? I didn't hear that, Brock.
I said that'll change once you meet me.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're old.
You know what those Aussies are like.
Brock would be the perfect person to hang out with if he would gain about 20 kilos in a couple of years so that I could say, look how old and fat he is. Look how skinny I am. So, but he's losing weight and getting healthy. Oh, and I told everybody I'm doing my 2,000.
Good morning,
steps,
Alex.
so I'm going to do it.
Good morning, Alex.
Link,
Hey, Alex.
link forthcoming. And Miley's too.
Did you want to come on, Sean? Yeah? Okay. I'll bring you in on that. Let me do this here.
Oh, have
There's
we got the
Sean.
medical issues yet?
Have we got what? Your teeth?
Yeah.
Oh, jeepers creepers.
Yeah,
I still got to see. I haven't watched Alex's new one yet. I did
Morning,
watch
Sean.
James's, the one where he goes. I want to go.
There we go.
Mitch, where's that? Did you watch James's latest video on?
I have
Hilton?
not. No.
The Hilton. Where is that in? How far is that away? That he went and
From the beach.
5 minutes.
Isn't that on Beach Road?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
he
Just down
went.
the road.
He went to eat with Fa and somebody from Australia and their wife subscribers in there. That freaking buffet is off the hook.
It is
they
off
had
the hook,
steak.
yes.
Oh man, I definitely want to go there when I come. Maybe I should just stay in the Hilton. I should just come and stay in the Hilton for 2 days. That's what I should do. How far is that from everything? Is it far away?
Right in the center.
Yeah.
Right in the center.
right.
Smack
Yeah, it's
in the middle.
right there, man.
It's,
All right, I'm gonna stay.
It's the
Maybe I'll
bullseye on the patio dartboard.
Because I'll have to lie to my wife how much the rooms are. I'll just say, "Oh no, there was like 1,000 baht or something." She won't know. I would never lie to her. Don't lie in this relationship. Stay away from lying. I stay away from lying, man. I may a white lie occasionally to keep somebody from hurting their feelings and stuff, but same thing on here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been way more open than people like friends of mine have said. No, you should be shutting up. You shouldn't be saying everything. But I feel comfortable. I don't feel.
Just lay it out there. Lay everything out.
I do.
You
I
know,
lay everything.
Like I would never reveal my PIN code for my bank. You know, I'm never
me,
going to
you
say that it's.
Oh, come on, Mark.
Well,
Yeah, you can feel good.
I'm not going to say that it's 1, 2, 3, 4 because that is private, confidential. That's my PIN number. So
Come
I
on,
was
Mark.
just
We were
gonna
hoping to
say
grab
that,
some
Mark.
bot from you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was with Shane. That was with Shane and Dana. Great couple.
what was that? I don't
That
know
James
what
was
you're saying.
with at the Hilton.
Yeah, is that what it was? You met
Mm-hmm.
him? Yeah. I didn't. They didn't
Yeah,
recognize him.
excuse me for eating a Ritz cracker. We're connected on Instagram.
Mm. I don't even know what Instagram is, but I get messages all the time saying so and so posted something. You are now, I don't know, followed by. I don't have a clue, but I don't know how to get into the thing. I'm horrible with.
Well,
with that kind
to be followed, you must have an account, Dave.
I have one. I told you my wife set it up before, and when we talked about it a month ago, and everybody was changing everybody's and sending. I did all that, but I don't know how to get back. I guess I have to look on my phone. There's got to be an app, right? I've got to have an app for it So I got to look, but I haven't looked ever since then.
I concur, Tommy. I'm sorry, I was speaking out loud. Let me type that.
What was it? What did I miss?
It's a private joke. You went right over everybody.
Yeah, easy to do for me. But again, to get back to the other thing, everybody that I've met is 100%. 100% success rate so far. Thank God I didn't meet one person, so I'm staying at 100%. But everybody that I have, I'm looking forward to meeting Sean and Brock and all this stuff. The best thing about it's all going to transpire over the next 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to probably do a lot of hopping down to John TM and Pattaya, because I think that's going to be the easiest for people, because everybody's going to fly into BKK and they can take a van ride over or whatever they want to do, or they could fly into. No, they're going to fly into BKK, take a van over to John TM or whatever and stay, or rent a car or whatever they're going to do, and that's going to be the best place to meet up. The only one that I know is let's see, what's Lewis saying here?
Right on, Lewis.
Your Christmas Eve. Okay. I appreciate that, Lewis. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun time. I know that Mitch said that he's got a bunch of stuff going on and he's going to try to do everything in his power to do backflips to get there. I think it's going to be, and this is going to be, Lewis, a new experience for me, because I have not been to a bar in Pattaya or a bar period per se, because I am totally naive to Thailand. I came here in 2018 and met Rob in a bar in Phuket for 2 beers, and at that point I was in depression over all the stuff that was happening in my life. I went to bed and I was home before dark the whole time I was there. So I've never experienced an actual bar in Thailand. James almost had us last time. Me and Mitch were supposed to go the last time I was over there, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
See you, Ron.
John, Verna.
Is Verna leaving?
Yeah.
See you, Ron John.
Trying to get some sleep. A long night. Watching my dog giving birth.
Wow, 2 hours.
Very
Wow,
good.
Dave.
So I've got a question for Chris. I reckon I asked this once before, a week or so ago. Chris, are you still in Australia or are you in the Philippines now? Oh, no, because I saw you on Instagram. You were on Land Cruiser Mountain. Was that where you were?
Talking about Nomad.
Because I'm on it.
Nomad
Yeah. I reckon I saw a couple of posts of his. I woke up at like 2 a.m. this morning. I suffered a little bit from Mitchitis. Couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Just woke up.
Yeah, he is fun, Lewis. We had the pleasure when I first met him of doing that motorcycle or that 8-day deal, and he is a blast. That's for sure. Good guy. Like I said, I've been lucky. I'm at 100%. Everybody that I've met through YouTube has been a stand-up person. So got a lot of fun. But I'm looking forward to meeting more. I'm hoping that we do something around then, maybe beforehand. Because I think I'm going to go. They have that deal at the Wombat. They have a meetup. First Saturday of every month, right, Mitch? At the Wombat.
Correct,
for
yeah.
a bunch of YouTube people. It's fun. I've been a
Awesome,
one
Verna.
time.
5 puppies. Cool.
Wow.
Are these
Get some sleep, Verna.
is this to make money? Are these purebred dogs, or is this just your soy dog? I got a cat that I've never been a cat person, and now the cat's belly is about this big around now. So I guess we're gonna have a whole crap load of cats.
Rain is coming, huh, Tim? It is flipping clear today in Jomtien. Beautiful. 30 degrees. See?
Yes,
Hey, Waza.
I'm watching that. Go Hawks.
Hey, was it?
Go Hawks. Hawthorn play Richmond, which is the Hawks versus the Tigers today. So I'm guessing Wazza Oz will be barracking for the enemy. the Tigers. Where's my
Guys,
scarf? Where's
If
my
you guys
hat?
haven't subscribed to Tim TNW, living in Udon, he's finishing up his house. So if you're into the house build stuff, he's got a
Link
start to
forthcoming
finish
again.
videos on there. By all means, go check it out. But I think you're right, Tim. In your video, I don't know if I commented on it. I watched your video, but I think you're right. I think it's going to be you're going to be moved in before they're going to get that pool finished because the rain isn't going to be your friend for quite a while now. So
Yeah, the rain doesn't help.
No, he can't get it. Can't get the trucks in the yard. They'll just go up to the axles.
You can get them in, you just won't get them out.
Actually, just
That's
a local done.
Yeah, times have changed. Hawthorn and Richmond. God, I've had some problems with Richmond supporters. But anyway, that's an audience that only, I guess, you and I, even Chris, because he's on the Gold Coast, he wouldn't even understand that. And Brock would understand. He follows the A. No, he's a.
I don't follow football at all. Or rugby, tennis, whatever.
Is that why he's not
pocket billiards, Brock?
you?
Pocket
What's
billiards? Do you play pocket billiards or?
Oh, occasionally.
I think Mitch got it. So.
Yep, pocket billiards. You betcha.
All right. Well, I'm going to get my popcorn out. I'm going to sit down and fire up the big screen TV, and I'm going to sit down and watch Hawthorn beat Richmond. So that's my Sunday afternoon.
That's awesome.
So, cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming on, Mark.
And
Hopefully I'll see you the end of September.
Without you people commenting, we'd be just sitting there speaking shit.
That's right. Polishing bar stools.
We're speaking shit anyway.
I think this is for you, Mark, before you go. I'm back.
I'm back in Queensland. That was shot on Warner's.
Okay, you already said.
Halfway the goal. Oh, so it wasn't Land Cruiser Mountain then. All right. Thanks, Chris. I like the picks. I give a little, I don't know, you only get to give a heart or a non-heart, so I give a heart to them. All right, guys. Cheers.
Awesome,
Bye.
Chris. See you, Mark.
Hopefully I'll see you at the end of September.
Guaranteed. Bye.
All right, brother. I'd like to. Well, what are these Tigers? This is soccer? Is that what somebody's listening to now?
Hoodie.
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Not me.
Coming through with Sean.
Hey,
What,
Randy,
this?
how you doing?
Are you hearing my YouTube, maybe?
Yeah, it must be. I've been
Here's something in the background.
my backyard.
Other
Can't
than
put
my
the new
stomach
saw
rumbling.
because I'm not allowed to water.
Uh-oh, we got to feed Mitch. We got to feed Mitch now.
Oh, you got a water
No, I got
thing
that
again
covered.
in California? I didn't know that. You know what? My wife went and bought grass wherever she was yesterday, and they put grass on the side of the house. Now the covered laundry area is now become a combination covered laundry area, father-in-law net making area. So he's out there with the dog, and he loves it. I'm going to put the oscillating fan above him, and he smiles from ear to ear. But and of course the machines in there, they'll still do their laundry stuff, but he loves it. And I didn't get to see your latest one, Alex. I got to watch it. I try to catch up on early morning videos. But if you guys aren't subscribed, that's a good one there. Down there, Alex's jiu-jitsu
I've been
passport.
missing out on a lot of YouTube lately. I've actually
And Miley's
been
too.
doing
Miley's fun also.
Yeah, did you post? Anybody post Miley's link? She has a
Hang on, I'm
cooking type
declining a
thing.
call here.
Declining?
Yeah.
If you got that one, post hers too. That would be awesome. And I watch them both. And she just started. She's doing good. And Alex is doing great actually on his, and he has great content. He does a good job, not like me. Of course, I do have a vlog sitting in my phone. I just got to figure out how to get it out of my phone and into the deal on that elephant show. And they're putting the same thing on tonight And God, I want to say there was, like I said, 10, 15,000 people there. I'm guessing there's a
Wow.
lot of people there. But I don't know. People are
Synthetic grass.
going to hear both ways. My brother has it in his backyard, and I swear to God, you cannot tell if it's fake or real. The only problem he had is the dogs were going on it, and it would make a smell. Put it that way.
I never
You
watered
couldn't
my
tell.
lawn at my home in Washington State. When it didn't rain, it didn't get water, and when it went dry, I let it go dry. I've never
drought
seen
proofing.
the purpose in that.
Yeah,
Such a waste.
he bought that, and you know what the thing that he had, that another thing in his, and just brought this up out of the blue. Have you ever seen concrete polished but ground first? What they took, he did a bar, and they did the top of his bar in the backyard, and he ground it down so that you could see the aggregates, the rocks, and everything in there. And then he, epoxied or whatever over the top of it to where it was looking like you're looking right into the concrete. It was interesting stuff for somebody that doesn't want to. He did it all himself.
Yeah, that's fairly common in Australia to do that in driveways and stuff as ground.
Paint works good.
Special mix of aggregate so that it comes to the
Yeah.
surface, and then they grind
Yeah,
it
and there
back.
was a bunch of different colored, like blue ones, and not blue,
Yeah.
but different. Randy recommended.
Remember we were talking about Taco Tommy earlier?
Yeah.
No, he was not on Capio today. That was another fake.
Lucky you, Tommy. Lava rock and cactus. Yeah, in Riverside, where in Temecula, they had a place called Sun City, and you weren't allowed to have any of that stuff in there. They were just like what Mitch just said. They're cactus, rock gardens, and
I love that.
water tolerant plants were the only.
No,
thing
it is
allowed.
nice to have a great lawn, to go out and walk on and do some stuff and have kids playing volleyball or whatever, little croquet. I mean, it is nice. It is nice having a lawn. I concur.
And any place I'm an instant gratification guy, so I could have all dirt one day and then have them come in and lay sprinkler system and sod in on one of my houses that I had back there, and the next day you had perfect instant gratification.
I watered my veg every day though.
People are painting their dead grass green.
All right, Douglas.
That lasts for 4 months. That's pretty good.
I could find some wholesome
Randy.
stuff to do here. Easy.
Which can you?
I do wholesome stuff every day. But I'm still working on Con Ken from a year ago, so it's going to be a while.
I can't believe you've been here a year already. See, that's one thing telling you, man.
Goes quick.
Life's too short. Life's short, man. Really short. I'm going to paint their green. That grass, that synthetic grass or whatever, and it's not like AstroTurf. I mean, this stuff, well, I guess it's kind of like AstroTurf. This stuff, you didn't get down on your hands and knees and tug and pull at it. You'd swear it was grass.
It's popular here in Western Australia as well. The only thing is it gets a bit of sand blown on it, and then grass seeds land on it, and you're back with grass
Weeds.
growing in your artificial grass. And an artificial mower does not work.
He had a vacuum type thing that he could run over there. I don't know, I guess every once in a while to suck whatever crap was down in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, well, hell, you could have run a lawnmower, for Christ's sake. But I don't know, to each their own. It was expensive, I'll tell you that. I don't remember exactly.
Don't think that'd work.
Desert Escapes looks great, very low maintenance. Yeah, the house is over there. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Was Sun City in Temecula, and everybody had that. It was a whole community, and I guess it was part of their whatever. It had to be a drought tolerant landscaping. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it's been
That's my
2
grass.
hours and 15 minutes. I think that I'm done.
Yeah, a
I'm
few
out of
water
ice.
features too, Aaron. I like a little bit of I love water sound, the sound of water and stuff. So,
Yeah, me too. Hey, Peter.
hey, Peter.
Sydney. Hi, Dave and everyone. I'm coming to Thailand before Christmas. Cool.
Dave is in Surin.
Yeah, I'm in Surin. But if you're going to be around Christmas, I'm going to definitely be in Pattaya, Jantiem area Christmas Day for sure. And probably a few days after that, maybe, or before, one of the two. My birthday's on the 22nd.
Just got I got a message from a mutual friend.
Mutual friend.
Yeah, he just said his name and my name, fake name, of course, because I wasn't there, was on a certain prick's channel talking shit about people and stuff and impersonating me. So this is what we have to deal with on a daily basis here.
It's fun stuff.
It gets old.
And you know what the best thing about it is it's Mitch and it's not me. So I have to thank you. Sweaty crap, you prick.
Yeah, it's true. A few beers, I can have a waterscape sound. No, but it's actually dangerous, because people believe it, right? And they'll pick fights online, and then one day you'll be sitting in a bar, and some crazy, pardon my language, but crazy son of a bitch will come up behind you and Sunday punch you and beat your head in and cause bodily harm or worse. And that's what's dangerous about these assholes that don't have a life.
And you know what else it is too, is that they'll instigate stuff. So let's say they'll come on here right now.
Tell me what this
and they'll talk about Mitch, to people, or something about another one, and then they think, oh well, that's so and so, and they'll just try to get you to.
So I can ignore them all I want, but still someone can. There's reaction, action, and reaction.
Yeah, I'll be playing Santa Claus when I go to John.
Thanks for that, Mike. But I can think of a lot more people that are more loved than me. But I appreciate that.
Talk crap about.
But that's what's sad. That's really sad.
I know. Well, it's really sad too, because if you look at especially Mitch, and you look at a couple of people that hate him, and then you look at it and you go, okay, let's see, the Thailand genre has about, I don't know, 60 channels at the time, and Mitch is a moderator on 57 of them. So those 57 and all those people on all those channels,
see you, Chris.
They're all wrong. Mitch is a bad person, but all these other people, the other 100 channels and thousands of people, they're all wrong, but I'm right, and he's an idiot. Well, maybe he is, but he's our idiot, so it can't be anybody else's. But it's a bunch of crap is what it is. Let's see. Cedar Walks. I guess everybody's asking questions now. So many keyboard warriors. Yeah, you got it exactly right, Randy.
Yeah, my friend just said be careful.
Nothing better to do.
He's sending me screenshots.
But I couldn't even imagine. Why would anybody come up?
But you know they know better than to come up behind you, depending on who you are, because they know they'll get beat into the ground.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is too, is that how would anybody even come up behind somebody and like sucker punch them in the back of the head? I don't think anybody would ever do that.
Well, we saw Ricky did that to that dude in the Philippines. So
I was kidding, Sean.
Yeah, we didn't need to say anybody's name.
Yeah, but that's
all right, guys.
You're right. Nobody would do that. That's a nobody.
No. Yeah, it is a nobody. All right, guys. I want to thank everybody. I got we have new subscribers coming in all the time.
Yeah.
We're getting 50 to 60 of them a month, which is awesome. Don't need any more. I have a hard enough time handling chat and stuff with 30 or 35 we had today. I think maybe even, I think 35. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed and you're watching, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and ring the bell, and they might tell you when I come on. But for all the other people, in 2 days, we'll do another live stream. So let me go up here to the Richard traveled, inspired, and made, and given to me for nothing outro and intro. I say we'll see y'all later, and I will catch you on the next one.
I haven't heard
Bye.
of that one, Peter. Thanks. See you guys.
Bye, guys.